Family, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever on a day. And welcome to the program Inside Salon today. Now the Den and Now Media Empire where they broadcast live on Facebook. Me now a host and presenter, Mohammed Kamara, commonly known as Supermed. And today, now Friday, the 26th of February, 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leonean, we'll get a very, very interesting program this evening. So please, we'll begin share this program so that we'll get plenty people in. We're going to watch this program live. This program today is about a special appeal. I believe most of Naloyegi or know about that issue, the issue about the leader for the Alliance Democratic Party, winner Mr. Mohamed Kamarimba Mansawe. So let me just admit some of my guests that don't begin come. Mr. Mohamed Kamarimba Mansawe, and lots more other issues where they happen at the country. So ladies and gentlemen, we start for share the program immediately. Because today we'll get the concerned Sierra Leonean women in the diaspora. It's like a group of women who are very, very good people. We don't stand tranga one for talk, for support, for faithful and company Sierra Leoneans. Now the diaspora as well as back home in Sierra Leone. So we're very, very pleased for getting them on the platform today. So again, like I say, when I find out say today, na special time we get. Normally, we program much earlier. But for just make sure so we're able to accommodate this particular group, because most of these them people are in the United States of America. So then time scale between completely different. Now it make we start this program a little bit later so that we're able to accommodate their own time as well. So please, ladies and gentlemen, we continue for share. As my guests they try for join me now. But basically, what's in this program there about today? About Mr. Mohamed Kamarimba Mansawe, who we know say the whole up to now in the Panemba Road. It don't appear several times in a court where they continue for the adjoining case. And according to people and we're close to them, family members, I notice we're very, very close to them. They say the man not well, but the man able get the opportunity for they go get proper medical. And also the offense where they hold them for. Now a bailable offense. So they for grant and bail pending the trial. So while the trial they go on, they can able for grant and bail. But up to now, as we talk, so the man is still there in incarceration. And people then say get poor health at the moment. So most Sierra Leoneans say, progressive and patriotic Sierra Leoneans say, we like then company Sierra Leoneans and they worry about this issue. Because there are many allegations, there are many things going around where people don't really know it's in the right direction. But one thing when at the fact is that the crime where they hold them for now a bailable offense. So if the man meets all the criteria them for men and bail him, we they expect the government for allow men and bail him. It could be very, very unfortunate for make government to allow men and bail him. Because now could get law in Sierra Leone. Yes, everybody will get in judgment in relation to the trial where the man not undergo. Waiting they happen there. That not to we not say we not they support justice in our country. Anybody will commit a crime, would they expect say the justice in the country for taking cause. But all what we they say is that we want make the justice system follow the law according to how it's supposed to follow them in Sierra Leone Day. If somebody do something, you get for treat them fairly so that people will get trust in the justice system. Because it can be that mandate today, it can be anybody. And we know now prison, when at the main central prison, we'll get plenty people where they remand. Some man on there for months, some man on there for years. 30 days, they not even find them guilty. That's not good. So when they appeal to the judiciary in our country, men speed up the trials and they. Although today the talk with the focus on to Mr. Mohamed Kamarimba Mansawe, when the leader of the Alliance Democratic Party, the ADP party. But again, this is a wider topic. Where because the last time we deal with this particular topic in Yasu, this justice system in our country. Because the way which man can say, they say justice delay is justice denied. So anybody can fall victim to that kind of situation in Yasu. Anybody can fall victim. So the appeal today, they go directly to the judiciary. This man, they let's say, don't commit certain offense. Again, we don't know whether it commit them or you not commit them. Now, it make it go through the court system. The judge, they sit down, they read the case thoroughly. And if the jurors, they didn't say read the case thoroughly, then present the evidence. You know, the prosecuting side, when from the government side, then present the evidence. Then the man and lawyer, the one at the defense, they argue against the evidence, they make the own case. If he's found guilty, then he faces the full consequences of the law. But if not found guilty again, they acquit him and discharge him, which is, now that's everybody they expect. But again, in the legal system that we country, we get procedures, we get policies and procedures. Some crime the way they commit, then for grant you bail, as far as you meet the criteria then of the bail. If you meet the criteria then for grant you bail, they not for just keep you there no more. So many people will get suspicion, say, okay, this man will be a former politician, when I critic of the government. Is it been the all because now a critic of the government, people they interfere by this case for make sure say the Muslim up, for make sure say they punish them so that you know criticize government again? These are legitimate questions. And I believe say the guests they will get today, then concern Sierra Leonean women in the diaspora who can help you for dissect this topic here. Very, very legitimate questions. Where me and you for ask them question and they say, what's in the happen in the country? So, ladies and gentlemen, again at the audio, let me continue for share. Let me continue for share the program. So that the question I'm going to guess the time for join me now. Very soon. Then we'll then at the platform and then they can discuss about this and all that things about when they happen in our country. So the question I'm going to continue for share so that plenty of we can witness waiting we talk about today. Very, very important topic. Very, very important topic. Thank you very much, and Mr. Delvin Thomas. We don't get Easy Daniel, Justice K, and others. Now, welcome to the platform. Again, this is a very, very important topic. We're very cautious how they deal with that kind of topic here because now legal issues them. You know, and what would they say, according to the legal experts, and so we say the crime when the oldest man for, when they incarcerate, when they put them on trial for, now a bailable offense. That means if it meets the criteria for men and bail them, then for able bail them. But again, that is not happening. So we wonder why that not happen. We wonder why that not happen because it's very important for me to say happen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Madam Franca Jallo and I think Madam Fatima Conte. Una hear me loud and clear?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, because I don't foresee them. Okay. The question we guess they don't come. Then people are like representative of concerned Sierra Leonean women in the diaspora. Very, very fine people where they do a lot for their fellow Sierra Leoneans. Now the diaspora as well as back home in Sierra Leone. You know that they support all kinds of way they're able and they advocate as well for people where they face them kind of issue. They are so the main topic of the day today now about the leader of the Alliance Democratic Party, when Mr. Mohamed Kamarimba Mansouri, and lots more of other issues that we'll get for cover. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to all join me for welcome then good people here, Madam Fatima Conte, and also we get Madam Franca Jallo at the moment in the studio. I mean, we don't join me live in the studio, but we expect some more of them for joining later. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Then and Now Media Empire, we welcome Madam Fatima Conte and Madam Franca Jallo. Madam Fatima Conte, hello and welcome to the program.
Thank you for me.
Thank you. And Madam Franca Jallo, are you there?
I'm here. Thank you so much. Thank you for the warm welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And now we'll go straight ahead to the program. Like I said earlier on, this is not the normal routine, but because of most of them brilliantly did they are so they are the United States of America, their own time zone, completely different to we own. Madam Franca Jallo, like where I be done they talk just nobody's which is one of the main topics to get today, but now so we the leader of the Alliance Democratic Party. Again, what's now you want to take in terms of the whole trial, because the quality say wrong, now a bailable offense, but the man don't appear many times, and people were very close to him, supporters them, family members them, and relatives, and say they don't reach, they able to reach all the criteria them for make them get bail, but say they don't get bail. So the idea here, so the way I don't build up the case is that people then go put 1 and 2 together, say, wait to this man, now all the hold for this particular case, or they hold on because of political reason. What do you say?
Well, first of all, we they count on this show not for Kantu Kamarimba in defense, but for talk, because we are people then concerned Sierra Leonean women within us for talk in terms of people and human rights, where the human rights are being violated. We want to speak up, we are mama them, we are woman them, we are picking them, we are sister them, and definitely when we hear something about rape, that's a huge offense for women them. So we know they take that lightly at all. We know they can also for say, he's innocent or he's guilty or any of the above. But we want to make people then realize, say, Kamarimba, like political figure, like public figure, wait on day in this arena for a very long time. People that know him, they talk for different things the way they go on at Sierra Leone. And at this point in time here, so, and we all know, say, according to law, now innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The case is going on. This man is a daddy. This man is a husband. This man a politician. This man, we know, say there might be some issues the way they go on as alone, or some reasons them when I make them the target them. We know I make it be in a political witch hunt. If Kamarimba is guilty, he needs to face the full extent of the law. You need for then for prosecutor fully. But if he's innocent, then get for release demand. They get for release demand even before, if he qualifies for bail, may they release him on bail while the case they go on. He has a lot of family members, lots of people there where they look up to him, And at this point, it's so unfair for make we hear him picking, they cry for him in family members and everybody, they cry for the man because obviously, it looks like they're taking advantage of him, that it's a political witch hunt. Now, then we stand up for, now then they want to make sure say people that know say, he's being treated unfairly, and want to make sure say the authorities and the justice system there, the justice could prevail. Then go treat this man fairly because he's somebody where, he's a human like everybody else. He deserves to be treated with respect and dignity like every human. So one may then give consideration for him, not so because of his political background or who he is as a person, but because he's a human being, like every human that walks the face of this earth. Now, according to the Sierra Leone Constitution, his rights needs to be respected. So me in particular, and the woman then of Sierra Leone, would they ask, say, make Kamarimba in case be treated like they would do any other person. Innocent until proven guilty. If he's entitled to a bail, please let the man go free to his family. And while the case is continuing, then can seize him passports, then can seize him documents them. But this now man where we don't want me to use them as a scapegoat. It is not a political witch hunt. It shouldn't be because of his political career and all things and their aspirations there, then they bring him down. Dear, when I respect this man here, so and him, in due process right. That's why we're standing up today. Thank you.
Okay, then thank you very much for that good response, Madam Franca Jallo. Again, I want also welcome one of our guests, but just don't join me, Madam Zainab Kamara. Madam Zainab Kamara, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you.
For my tardiness.
Good. Again, maybe I see that you're again waiting. Madam Franca Jallo just don't say many people in way sabi this man and his relatives and the complaint say the man not even well. And up to now, he's still there in incarceration, despite where he not well, where they feel say for long release him so that he could get thorough medical checkup because the sequel say they affect him now is serious ailment. But yet still we not see say they release that man. He's still there in detention, no bail, and he don't retain now. So many people they know that they don't in a prison. They say even in your own political party, when at the Alliance Democratic Party, they will dissolve them because they not able to meet the criteria. And if they need that day in incarceration, they will meet in criteria. So the last time we talked to the deputy leader, he made all those complaints. Again, going forward, Madam Fatima Conte, what are you overall take in relation to this particular case here? So from the beginning to what we see right now, and again, look, taking into consideration the alleged medical condition of Mr. Mohamed Kamarimba Mansere.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for for accommodating our program. Then we plead to matter because we na mama we get with young picking them, and nobody wants to see. First of all, we did against rape or whatever the accusation was or is, and it gets in your own family too, and the Titi went and talk about the Titi, it get conflicting stuff. It's not like right. I'm not here, to condemn because it didn't happen to me or my daughter. But I'm just saying, if you are speaking the truth, if that happens to you, you have to be constant. Consistency has to be there. But she doesn't have any consistency. All mix up talk. And Kamarimba, one, well. And two, in picking seven the cry and make justice, the justice system that the country very ruptured. We get to try for amend that and deal with that because it's not fair, to Kamarimba and his family either, and the accuser. Because if Kamarimba don't do that, then for bail, he requested for bail. He has to get granted a bail. Then he sees his passport. He's in town. He said it, he's not going to run away. He's going to be there. So they should treat him fair, and all this, a lot of stuff, behind doors. He didn't now, well, Saloro gets better medical treatment anyway. So if he die, like people don't go suffer because the government will say, okay, he commit this, he commit that. But, you didn't give the man a fair trial, then all that, this, it costs so much, animosity, between we step because we are all interrelated. We are all one. And people will feel bad about the people that are the government and stuff like this. All this, the prolonged stuff. Just deal with the man, waiting and say he do, deal with him and give him, grant him bail so that he go deal with his family or stuff and go try for and deal with this case. But we don't see so many examples. I don't forget the guy name when they accuse people and come inside and say this, that, and that. But because a celebrity, they left and they go. They don't put them in jail. So it's not fair. If you do one for somebody else, do the same thing to another person. Not let that person they go free because this person related to you or you get close contact with you. It's not fair. So that's what we're here. For we cannot take this any longer. We know the world is not fair, but treat people with respect. And this is, just disrespecting the guy with his family. They have no regards for nobody, and it's not fair.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Fatima Conte, for that very good response. Again, I want to turn to Madam Zainab Kamara, but before I do, I want to urge everybody on the platform, please, continue for share the program. And this program is called Inside Salon today. Me they present the program in Mohamed Kamara, commonly known as Supermed. And I want to now we continue for share because today we get the concerned Sierra Leonean women in the diaspora, a group of women with very, very dedicated per Sierra Leone issue, where they help and advocate for their fellow Sierra Leoneans them wherever they are. So we're very, very pleased for getting on the platform today. Madam Zainab Kamara, again, this particular allegation, now a very, very serious allegation, a very, very serious crime. Because recently we know say this idea of what's call against men on our country, it don't become rampant. And people that discover as a heinous crime. So people them that go say, well, this particular crime where the oldest man, where the allegedly oldest man accused for, it's a very, very serious case. And they want to set an example, say anybody will commit short crime or when they contemplate for commit short crime, the law will be very, very tough on them. So maybe that are all the reasons why maybe even for grant and bail and so many other things is not forthcoming. What's your own take in relation to that, considering the victim on your own side? Madam Zainab Kamara.
Yes, well, I agree. Now, very serious allegation. It's very unfortunate that they find this situation. But even with that, the law get what you call protocol, whereby you're able to see a situation, assess who is involved, assess all of the factors, and then you make decisions based on those factors. I feel like in Salon, it's just a very random process. They accuse you of something. If you have social collateral, then maybe they don't go hold you. If you don't get social collateral, then go hold you, and they go hold you for as long as they want, without any really regard for the legal protocol. So nobody know they say anybody can get special treatment, and I actually don't know the details of the actual accusation. But this time and time again, what you will see that Salon is there's no standard, there's no protocol, there's no abiding by the law system itself, or by the citizens. So today, now this man will discuss. Today, now Paulo Conte will be discussed. Before, now with Papa will be discussed. Before that, then Sylvia Blighty will be discussed. And not to minimize this situation, but this is a pattern of lawlessness. And all we do is we sit down and we tell our government that they're lawless. It's difficult to have these conversations over and over again when I know there are a lot of powerful Sierra Leoneans, a lot of professionally accomplished Sierra Leoneans who can come together in the private sector and hold our government accountable. Let's go to human rights organizations.
Thank you, Madam Zainab. I think we've lost you. We've lost you in a.
Watch what's in the happiness a video, and it was going all over. We know, say politics they road. We know some people they go for good money. We get that, but at this point, the quality of the average Sierra Leonean's life is less than zero because of no standards, no rules.
Okay, thank you, Madam Zainab Kamara. We seem for the lossy video. They go on and off. Again,
The other man who have money, who have interest to come together and find a way to hold them accountable for these issues and to make the law system work. There's not lawlessness. There's just not a law system that works.
Okay, thank you very much once more again, Madam Zainab Kamara. And again, I see people in the comments and at the forum say, oh, maybe if not posting young picking or this or that. We're not demean the magnitude of the crime here. We're not demean the magnitude of the crime. The crime is a baby crime. But all what people that they talk about is that medical courts and follow the due process. Because what I opened the particular program about, it was not just about Mr. Mohamed Kamarimba Mansari. If you go to Salon or prison them, you get people who they remand for months, some for years. Then they face due process. And they're not still guilty yet, so they don't find them guilty yet. But then they put them, they incarcerate them, they not give them bail, nothing. Then they're in detention for years. That in itself is not good. We go for talk against them, saying advocates, like when them finally they do so, because I believe it's a very, very bold step. Like what I say no more, them people that they stand up for their fellow Sierra Leoneans. You know, they not be say now because of the insinuation here is it might be say because of now politics business make then the all this manner or the treat them very harsh. But again, I understand the other people from the other side of the argument. We go say, well, this particular crime, now big crime, so they go for treat people they harsh. But again, Madam Franca Jallo, taking into consideration, and people they talk so say, this is not baby crime. You know, we don't get this problem now in country where they abuse picking them, God picking them, young picking them. When they see 2-year-old, we see the case of that small, I think it was called Khadija, when I be 5-year-old, when I say I'm be waiting and call him and kill him, all those sorts of things. So other people they like you say, anybody where they accuse for them crime then get for all them serious, then get for treat with utmost seriousness, so that it will be a warning to anybody when they think for doing kind of bad thing in there. So what now you take in relation to that kind of argument say by this particular case here for Mr. Kamarimba Mansari?
Well, Mr. Supermed, thank you so much for bringing that up. You know, me, at one point, I say, me and mama, I get 3 beautiful girls picking them. All of them are minors, underage picking them. And I know I see nothing happen to me on picking them, let alone somebody else in picking in our street. It pained me for even Yerise self say somebody of such high caliber has been accused of such things. He was even put in a compromising situation where they go accuse him of such things. However, me don't they follow different news them around the world for a very long time. And with a say there's been a lot of people that were accused and confined for many years, imprisoned for crimes they did not commit. We do not want such a thing to happen to Kamarimba. If in fact he did commit the crime, he needs to do the time. That's just plain and simple. We will fully support the law for me then go ahead and penalize that to the fullest extent of the law. However, we don't know, say, Boku people and they, where then just they slander their name. Then just they no more for put people in down because of their political affiliation, because of, you know, whatever reason, whatever it is they stand to gain. And in Sierra Leone, we don't realize they other people and they were they are accused recently of rape. While the gentleman went and said an SLPP supporter, they accused him of rape. However, he was not arrested and detained. Police not surround the house. They're not hold him. But Kamarimba, his story was different. We saw the media, we saw he sent audio, all them things, and they went and can't surround the house for car arrest them. With everything, how it was handled. Very different from someone else. And we want to make sure, say, this man, so they're not violating rights. You know, this not human being, this not person where he get girl picking self way name, I believe in picking I name Sierra Leone or something like that. In name in picking after the country, girl picking, small picking. So if anything was to happen, I not say in Odwamo, there's a chance that it could happen. We know say time and time again it happened at Sierra Leone. We see what happened to small Khadija, and we supported anything we're gonna happen for make sure say the person where the accused is brought to the fullest extent of the law. The same thing will go on for Kamarimba. If he did it, he needs to do the time. But however, we don't want to make you suffer. In family, they suffer pain and suffering already without him being proven guilty. You know, we now want years down the line, it came out, you know, that this was not true. Another thing is there are DNA tests that could be done. There's a rape kit, there's all that thing, and then we'll see say there's an aggravated assault on that child. Or this minor with very conflicting information say not to even picking self, now adults, you know, different stories that would hear. Say that girl they wouldn't say, you know, a rape, not to rape, all that with very conflicting information. We're not quite sure, we are not on the ground. But there are ways to prove if someone has been raped. And we go once made them do all them tests and they for proof that man say yes, he indeed committed a crime or he did not. If he did, Papa government, salon authorities, do you want to lock her up and throw away the key? You know, now somebody we ought to know better. But if he hasn't done this, do you want to stop for put pain and suffering on this family? In picking, they need them. They need their father. They need a father figure, especially when he's a respectable man. He went back home willingly from the diaspora to go and contribute to the community that he's from. Nobody not force him for going as alone. He took it upon himself. He went. He wanted to contribute to the development of Sierra Leone. That shows that he's someone who, you know, he's able to provide some kind of support for our nation. We will not overlook. You know, he wants to make sure the country is much better than where he found it. So, dear, we they say no more. We don't want 30 years down the line, 20 years down the line, when I kill this person in political career, when I kill his ambition, when I kill his family, when I kill everything about him, just because you want to prove a point. Is it worth destroying a man for a point when you have so many others that are clearly guilty, that you have evidence of what they've done, yet you want to set an example on this man who more than likely may not have done what they said he has? Do you want to go according to, you know, get the investigators and properly investigate the crime? May then look for see if this child was indeed raped. There is a rape kit, there's DNA tests, there's different things that doctors can confirm that it was consensual, it was rape. Is she an adult, a minor? So many conflicting information. Till this is proven, till he is guilty, please grant him bail so that he can go home to his family. He can get the medical attention that he needs to seek. We are not set an example on an innocent man. That is the ask we're asking today. If he is guilty, we support the law. These women here, we know man, they will get picking them. We want me to throw away the key if that's what he did. Do whatever it is you need to do to him, but don't make him a scapegoat. Slander him. put him in this horrible position and destroy the man just because of una political gains or whatever it is you want. Please, when I do the right thing according to the law.
Okay, then thank you very much, Madam Franca, again for that excellent response. And again, I welcome we other guests. We just don't join we. Madam Alice P. Mara. Madam Alice P. Mara, do you hear me? Madam Alice, are you with us? I think we'll get problem with the video, I think, as well with the audio with Madam Alice. Anyway, maybe we'll catch up with them later. Again, it's very, very important what we discuss now today, because, you know, anybody can become victim of the law. Anybody. So what do you expect where you get issue with the law? You expect, say, if you're able to get justice, swift justice. Because like what man can say, they say justice delay is justice denied. And again, we don't see several cases then. Several cases then where beyond they happen. Where some people in the old them like the wonderful guys they talk just not say them be all severe blinding, the likes of all of those people for a long, long time. And just for me go release them, no charges, no nothing. All in case collapse. And by then, they don't need a month detention for months. They don't suffer them. So you go know why many people have doubts for this particular current case. So it's not that about people not get sentiment or feeling, say, okay, this not person bikinis or whatever or whatsoever. But you get to think of all those things into consideration as well. Madam Fatima, continue, you me? Okay, that's fine. What now you take, because people they say this is a precedent here. We don't see several cases then people in the likes of Albert Williams, when basically people that refer to them as political prisoners, where they all put them in incarceration for a long, long time. Just no one them for and release them. They say no, they don't find them guilty, no waiting called, and they don't suffer already. So it's something like that. The other side of the arguments, people them when they support Kamarimba, this is the argument where they take, what they make. What do you say to the argument? Say?
It's really like bad. For me, I have no respect for the judiciary system, nothing, absolutely. They need to like get away from that and restructure the place. And it's very heart-rending because, you know, too bad they can't sue, you know, the government, because if it is here, they will sue them, you know, for time wasted. It's already, you know, time wasted, and most of them were sick there, and in order to get good treatment, you know, that I know because I think one of the lawyer or whatever, you know, one of the judiciary people say, oh, well, I jailed them day. But even if they are at jail, I'm a human rights fighter. These people, they're not supposed to be treated like animals. They're human beings. You don't treat them like that, especially, you know, Kamarimba is sick, then they left him and say for them. All this, you know, you had to get in for we. First and foremost, like we said, we are mothers. We are mothers. And if you do one thing to another person, do the same thing to the other person. Not just, it's baffling and it's getting so confusing about, you know, the whole scenario that is going on there. And we're trying to bring this to light to people that we stand up for the rights for the people. We stand up, you know, if they do bad, make them, you know, carry the burden. But, you know, this Albert Williams and stuff, they were just there, they accused of killing. And then I think say them for pursue that and sue the government, sue them. For me,
well, thank you very much, Madam Fatima Conte. But again, not only government take them there, the judiciary instance gets a structure where the
That's
police
away.
Yes, the government goes not to them, the government and the executive arm. The police and so they commit crime, and the police and go come and charge you. So I would just make that clarification. And I'm like, you know,
yes,
say, that's the government will say. I know what she was talking about, but the government will say, hey, this is not a will. They say crime community, people then go report the case to the police, then the police take the case to the court.
But the government, we hear people say, okay, it's something from above, order from above. So that must be, you know, that must be out there in the light. If it's above, who is above? because there's nobody above the law. Even the mother said, you say, mother don't rape, mother don't cool rape. I'm saying this, that's what we
but again,
have.
I have to interject, Madam Fatima. This dirty and they will just now allegation they all know able one of these platforms will not confirm the allegation. We don't know if that happen or not happen. What to the type of stick to here is to this case and waiting they out there, waiting the law say. Because again, don't forget there are many people waiting at the other side for this case. Say salon picking and they small picking and they suffer plenty abuse. So then they expect say the law for take serious action against somebody where they allege say he commits short crime. So again, we are not disputing that fact. And also you say they dispute that fact. All what they say is that the due process for taking cause. And if
yeah,
you
but
can't
the due,
offense,
yes, go ahead. The due process never took its cause, because Isata, that woman Isata, when they raped just after the election, we never see nothing come out of it. And Kamarimba the suffer, Boku picking and that I think I don't know the guy's name, Jimmy or whatever his name is. Then Titi then come outside and say, okay, the Titi say they never can go back na CID and try for proof, try for run after him and this and that, the left. Why would you do that to this guy? So the whole thing is like a witch hunt. So that's what we thinking. That's, our antenna goes up, because when you do stuff like that, antenna goes up, say, okay, so what's in them people are going to do? It's not fair. We know, the world is not stable. It's not fair, but don't do this. It's like selective justice. You cannot do stuff like that. Yes, what I'm saying, we're totally against, the judiciary system. It needs to be changed. People, they need to take everybody out and bring fresh people, restructure the whole place. It's totally rubbish.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Fatima Conte. And like where I say again, most of what's in we guess that they say now we guess their own opinion. So we will just create a platform to make we get a conversation with Sierra Leoneans them worldwide. Wherever you did, I make you comments them and views them, all welcome. The only thing they advise everybody is that let we agree for disagree peacefully. People go get a nation where all man think the same. People will think differently. So, but let we do have no more constructively. Let we argue to the issue. Let we discuss the issues then. Like I say again, this is a very serious issue. Now, issue where very dear to Boku people in heart. Because nobody no go with insane mind go support the abuse of picking them. That is not correct at all. So anybody who do any crime like that would expect say the law for taking full cause. But the only thing again with the law, people have to be confident, say the law they work fairly, justly, transparently, so that anybody says will get confidence, say yes. If me say fall victim, I will get justice. I believe say most of them, guess they had it try for. But they don't subsequently lay out so, the concerned Sierra Leonean women in the diaspora, like what I'm gonna find group of women them where they advocate for them fellow Sierra Leoneans and wherever they. So we really, really appreciate them for getting on this platform today. Going forward, Madam Zainab Kamara, going forward, I think say we don't discuss in quite detail about this particular case here. So, Mr. Mohamed Kamarimba Mansare, in case, what thing will be you call to the judiciary in Sierra Leone? In terms of this particular case, who shall we do so right now? What's your appeal to the people where they run the judiciary, where they look after this particular case here? So what's your appeal to them?
So my own appeal is to encourage them to strengthen the healthcare infrastructure. When you have a case like this, when you're dealing with sexual violence, investigations are time sensitive. You have to collect specimens, do interviews, conduct therapy in a certain window of time. And the fact of the matter is in Sierra Leone, we don't have the infrastructure for that. Well, say you go get rape kits have a time limit. You have to do it within a certain amount of time. Otherwise, you're testing for nothing because the woman has showered. Different things will interrupt collecting evidence. So I would really encourage, let's strengthen our healthcare infrastructure. Let the woman get outside for go if they have been assaulted, because they don't have outside for go. I'm in contact on the ground. Social work was what I studied. I studied psychology, and I was a counselor.
Sorry, Madam Zainab, we seem for don't lost your line here and there. I think we've lost your line, Madam Zainab Kamara. Again, just for reiterate, waiting. Madam Zainab Kamara, are you there with us?
She's driving. I think the area where she is, she's going up and down.
Okay,
for women who had endured sexual. And if this man has done this, yes,
Hello,
very
everybody,
true.
I'm
We should
here.
take these judges very seriously. But what is the point if you don't have the tools to actually do legitimate and stable investigations? How you gonna go say this man he do this thing? Then how are you going to investigate it? What is the next step? What is the next logical and practical step to collect evidence to figure out whether or not he did it? Because you've already wasted a lot of time and you've already killed a lot of opportunity.
Again, thank you, Madam Zainab Kamara. I mean, we don't get the gist of your points where it's guy for make. Again, this is because the country cannot get forensic lab. Because we need forensic lab for do all length tests and this so that we will get accurate tests for use as evidence going forward in any trial of that nature. Again, I don't know who the one of you guests don't join. Is that Madam Alice P. Mara?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Madam Alice, when they see your video, you put your video off
Yeah,
here.
not on video. I did type by the vision. Yeah. So I just want to do the audio.
Okay. That's fine for the time being. Would they wrap up this issue in terms of Mr. Kamarimba in case? We don't discuss lots about what's involved by this particular case. What's going to be your appeal? What's your appeal to the people in the judiciary in terms of this particular case here, so?
Well, my appeal to the judiciary is that, first of all, I want to thank you for this event on the space show today. Most of the time, like when we put on the headline, say justice delayed, justice denied. When then case starts, at the beginning, we hear boo, at the end of the day, the thing they die. We don't know how they die. We don't know whether the judiciary then they delay the case or some kind of malpractice that take place. This is not even for what about the girl child that was accused of being abused. What is their fate? So normally when they start, the speed they start with, not to say the end of it. And we know they get a conclusion at the end of the road to know whether it was right or wrong. So most of the other cases that they hear at the beginning we hear, but the end we not hear. We don't know which is the final decision. Whether these people have been punished, they apprehend them for punish them for abusing the girl child or not. We don't know. So they tell the judiciary, they say if then case then they go to court, then for really be fast, for bring judgment, and let us see waiting at the end of his judge, and let's see which kind of punishment they can levy on the man that would abuse that child and they.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam. Thank you very much, Madam Alice P. Mara, and we don't get your points clearly. And again, like to what Tim Nabion say, most of them here lean towards a forensic lab because a forensic lab where any of them can they don't take place, then we will do the necessary testing for back up the claim where don't take place, so that we will use them as evidence, but we'll not get an assignment. So most of the time that this say against the say, and it's very, very difficult. I think say even the judiciary go find them very, very difficult because most of them cases now so that they come now so that they go. Whereas we not getting like when the system is not getting infrastructure for deal with them cases because the forensic lab is very, very important. And again now I think so we don't exhaust mostly this topic here. So going forward, we will not exhaust this Kamarimba topic. I believe so hopefully people when they work at the judiciary in that country for understand say justice delayed, justice denied. If this particular get a strong case against this particular individual, make sure say that they execute the case rapidly and able to find what's it called or grant the person bail because this is not a bailable offense. So grant and bail, like when the sister be say earlier on, seizing documents and make sure say the person not travel, so that the person will secure medical treatment whilst in case they go ahead. So if they find them guilty, we all day support. If the man commits a crime, definitely if he face the consequences. All what they say now no more is make it be a fair trial. Make it not be say somebody they do no more just because you want to silence somebody, just because that person is a critic of you. You're not glad you say you defend something for Muslim out. That would be very, very unfortunate. We get for count on with judicial system for make because the other arm of government for many will execute theatricals in that country. Going forward, Madam Franca Jallo, are you with us? No, I don't think we will get Madam Franca Jallo at the moment. Madam Fatima Conte, we get other issues then where we want to talk about. We say a lot of other issues that we want to talk about. You want to tell which other issue them we want to bring up at this discussion again where you feel that very, very relevant information where they come up from the concerned Sierra Leonean women in the diaspora, where we want to let all people and say, you that talk there?
Yes, thank you very much. Because what you would try for talk about is the healthcare system. We would plead to the government until at least safe there, instead of a health person, you know, we want to get together and see how we, the concerned women, were able to help with the government and work together, you know, for bring certain things and come, you know, in the country, because Salona, we all get another one man, like the land that we love. So one work with the healthcare system and see how, you know, much we're able to help them. And because always in the gone, so, you know, we're not like them. And we want to build up, especially the child care, them picking them and the pregnant women and stuff like that, and the rape, you know, seas and seas of stuff what we get. So we want to talk about that and bring account to the government in notice, say, you know, we're here to help regardless of what, you know, it's not partisan, you know, but we want help.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Fatima Conte. And you touched on a very, very good topic, the healthcare system that we country. You know, and I believe say people, them all Sierra Leoneans, wherever they go welcome down and help them. Because they say a little drops of water builds an ocean. The healthcare in our country is very, very much lacking. We not elect in our country, if somebody then diagnose you get kidney problem, it's almost like a life sentence. If obviously then diagnose you get any liver problem or anything like that, so then serious ailments, na big problem in our country. And again, healthcare in any country, na a backbone for the country. Now a backbone for the country. Get many people when as Sierra Leoneans are when they are the diaspora, where most of the time if they go self back in a salon, they always think say, well, I get for come back. Because waiting do I'm not going to barely said today in case I'm sick. You know, Madam Alice P. Mara, you said na healthcare somebody. What do you think about this healthcare issue in our country?
It's very, very, very important. Right now, I don't just try to create, even in my own village, the whole chiefdom constituency will not even get a drugstore. So I just complete something like a pharmacy, but we'll call it drugstore because we'll not make it technical postulator, but we will sell like over-counter drugs. Because, for example, me come up from the north, Konedugu district, but my hometown is like 25 miles to 50 miles to the headquarters, Kabbalah itself. So imagine if somebody gets sick there, they're going to put on for buy, can't take Kabbalah, or can't even buy medication, it will cost like maybe like $5. But the transportation, the road work is very bad. So I thought I'm 50, okay. Now we try to restrict a drugstore here where we don't finish by April, by God power, it cannot die. We go for a launcher. When the people are very, very happy about it because health is wealth. I mean, sometimes if you not get much, but once you get good health, you must get small way where you go find the only and nothing living. But if you're sick, maybe for common high blood pressure, you go die because what happens? You don't get access to the drugs what we want. Some of the government go build a health center, Yana, there's villages today. They not get practitioners the way go there. They're not even getting medicine then at the place. So sometimes the building looks funny because it's just like say it's a hospital or it's a clinic. But any two way you go by there, you don't get up. Where you go for go, you don't get up. Even the free treatment that you say that we left from Belauma to 5 years old. Some of your villages and then they sell them medication and they give them pregnant women and they give them for free. So we see I said this and that's a fair thing. So they talk to the government. And then let them they monitor them till and day. Some of them, how they call them Basi, show the way that they use it. Most of them, they selling drugs and to people where they're not supposed to. Because there is a law say from pregnancy to, I think, age 5, they forget free drugs, right?
Yes. Child under 5 and lactating mothers, yes. Go ahead, madam. Hello?
Can you hear me?
No, you get
can you hear me?
Your background. I don't know say they didn't say like background small.
Yeah, then I live with the TV there, which is there. Can you put the volume the small? All right. Sorry. Okay, do you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, my dear. So, because we say the health business and country are problem. That make me come with that idea. Then even I'm your village. Oh, they don't do well. The community come together. The help. We don't restructure the building, and I try to get some over-counter drugs here. We don't ship already. We go launch and open on Easter Day. So they talk to the government. Some of them they build and even some of the villages and the villagers and they try. Then they come up together and put the building, but then they get the medication. So let them try to help them people in the remote areas.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Alice Marana. Very, very good venture you do, and may God bless you for that. Because like I say, they say all the health system now we country in a massive challenge, a big challenge, and really all they have small, more like for woman them and small picking them, and we know the kind of challenge them where they get season the approach. The Afafski they come in Malaria, and over now they part this global pandemic, when at the COVID-19 as well, all that sort of things, and they add more and more the burden, you know. And again, like what would they say no more? And we as a country, we go for prioritize short things like that one day. We go for make sure say we focus for healthcare because healthcare has security for people in their life. Like what they say, most people in the diaspora, we don't live now, we want to retire for go live in Sierra Leone. They're worried of going back to Sierra Leone for leave day. One of the main things they always focus about is that they don't all, if they're sick, it's the healthcare there, we're going to look after them. So that's again a disadvantage you country because then people are able to go retire, go sit on a salon, income they can't salon. That's going to benefit and help the country. So all of those things, because we got plenty Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora who would like to do that. But the healthcare again, they put them off. And it's really unfortunate. And I believe say the people who they run with country, people in governance, who they watch them program, we have focus on healthcare. Healthcare is very important. Healthcare is like an insurance for mortal man. Because any mortal man can sick. It doesn't matter how healthy you feel say you are, sick in there around the corner anywhere. So you open place say when you sick, you go able to go na hospital, the hospital will able to treat you, give you proper medicine, we're gonna make you better. If you worry say if I'm sick, I know we're gonna have the kind of facility for help myself and stuff, then this is a big problem. Again, now I just want to read some of the few comments that people put in the chat room. There's something else where somebody say Kamarimba's case was different. This is Mr. from Donette Wilson. He said Kamarimba's case was different because the girl came out together with his dad and reported the matter. Okay. Focus Diaspora say concerned Sierra Leoneans UK are putting together a team of human rights lawyers on behalf of Kamarimba. Okay, but that's another good thing. And Mr. Kurumaya say it is a billable offense. We made to understand that Kamarimba is a flight risk. Okay, hence is continued incarceration. Okay, Prezo Songjak say greetings from Bristol. Mr. Prezo Song J-Man, thank you very much. Again, we get few other comments in there. So they all more or less they're in line with what we discussed now today. And we welcome all in comments and we tell all the people and thank you. Again, Madam Fatima Conte, going forward in terms of this healthcare in our country, because today one focus on this particular topic. I know say yes, sometimes they can talk politics, issues, then people, you know, but the healthcare in our country, What do you feel say we as a country for do right now in terms of the health care in that country?
Well, you know, the government get for help us because we get for we know, yeah, I know, you know, one doctor for a long time, Dr. Sharif, we get got in three pharmacy, they don't go with dialysis, you know, machine and stuff like that. And the government to get for encourage people, you know, for come a free term for can help because we get a lot of healthcare, you know, people we go there, you know, weekly, and the doctors they will arrange for making them go there, you know, for go help. Like most doctors they can go, you know, dental clinic and stuff like this. So which it will help the people there. About the people then because the people that are the government they can fly out, and we really need to stop that because we get good doctors than they. I know some of the party that didn't go school, I didn't do medical schooling, you know, they thoroughly, you know, educated in their specific line, but they don't have the equipment. So, you know, the government for try for negotiate for bringing that candy. And secondly, I just want to like buttress on this, and to at least get topic for talk about the displacement of, you know, the villagers them. Kabbalah, Akwenadugu place, they were the Chinese, they don't go take over. So that's, you know, what I want to say.
That's a very interesting topic. Madam Alice, you are elaborate on
Yes,
that particular topic there?
Yes, sir. Well, this topic where a bit on topic where I think this is the second time we repeat and this I think now with you back at the same time we will pick up this topic. The first time we don't go harass the people in Adalaku. Now they even now they more content they come out where they can get an accident where they die. So these are the same issue where we the citizens so we don't put at rest. 2 days ago, 9 them begin coming from the village, they don't go arrest two people and back in the village. Put them back na prison. As I talk to you so right now, they're in a jail. I'm McKinney. Reason being, we don't see we talk on 50 who are in the diaspora, 3 or 4 born at that place. Then money company out and go sign an agreement. With people, most of the people they are lame, they don't get understanding of what they are signing for. All they see is maybe it's the money. They're not read watching the beyond the money. You know, just like how come America here, some people they will go give sign, they don't give show you the fine print. Then they just capitalize or bold the one way they want. They say sign here, sign here, sign here. When the thing turn around, I tell you, go read the fine print, say you've been committing yourself. So this is something that is happening. So get to talk and picture, okay. Decide to find a lawyer. Where this lawyer go there for the villagers, for intercede between them and any mining company where they go there. So that whatever MOU that they write, memorandum of understanding, the lawyer will be able to prevent them and explain to the villagers, let them see the advantage and disadvantages of this company coming in. They don't put the people in plantation, they don't lose their house. When the first time when the lawyer go, they say, oh, where they're going to court, they say the lawyer, now you go take the picture. So the judge adjourned the case because he said, no, we'll take their evidences from the lawyer. We need a professional journalist. Fine. Find a professional journalist, pay the professional journalist to go to the village. Went and took pictures. Take all these pictures. If you see the pictures and don't bring the dirty, then the people in the house, outside don't crack, garden they don't make. And tell the people, okay, let them make a list of the gardens where they destroy. When they bring come, they say the list too boku. How can you tell a farmer where he in picking and picking on a farm in the list? That's fine. Then come to court for the hearing. The mining company, they don't politicize them. The guy will get this thing go one for selling something, whether from ID, everything, even for let them put the people on bail right now. They refuse. So everybody don't scare away with authorities them. They send will go, in fact, they go arrest them. If you go to the village now, it's like a ghost town. All the man, all of the youth, they all hide in the bush. Now, court can go hear about what would be good for the people and the mining company. They went and arrested and said, then said go counter. So say that the old case with them is strike. When they go broke the people, also they broke their own motor car, so the people have to pay for the motor car. I don't know how the justice system been as alone. How somebody go to court, when I call them for hearing, at the same time you arrest them, say for the hour we don't pass, and then we don't go, then we don't see. We ask for let them go back now the drawing board. Let them go back now the table and see where this because first of all I said they don't give people for take out for left the village. How? If you don't buy the place, okay, you have to locate. The government knows it. Because we want to build a place for the people there, like a local housing. Then go get to the place, make sure say, and get sources of water, then get toilet facility, and get land which are the will and from them. Before ever, the people that will come bulldoze wherever they say, they don't sign paper and give them going at the Dalakuru town. Nothing like this have taken place. Now they're telling the people they're giving them for the 8 hours to leave. They're arresting people, putting them in prison. This we don't understand. The lawyer what we get, one lawyer Jallo for McKinney. I don't try for contact, I don't get them yet. But according to your find where you find, there was no lease agreement. Yes, they get license for mining, but there's no lease agreement for that for that particular area. So we don't know what to transfer and whatever not transfer. This we they baffle. Yes, I'm still there on the investigation. How come this case come back? We find a lot for a peaceful way to make sure people let them get a common understanding that these people need to farm. This is where they live, and this is where they are. This is where you should start your mining. I don't know.
Okay, thank you very much. Madam Alice Mara, I think so don't get the gist of the whole incident. It's rather unfortunate. Because what you do, like what I always say on this platform, we Sierra Leoneans them, who for like we save, who can't give in a small country, who less than 8 million people there, who for treat yourself like brothers and sisters. Think of how they treat you safe, how women and treat you. If you don't want to wait and call you, so not treat you next brother that kind of way. Because like what you say, these are villagers when live in a village. If government want to give license for mining to any company, the first thing first before the mining begin, now for make sure say how for look after them people there. You have to go out there and negotiate with the people and see whether if them people are going to relocate them. Like what you say, not the village. Make sure say you work with the people thoroughly. So that the people understand everybody in point of view is taken on board. Discuss with the people and try for convince the people thoroughly, which is this now a way where if now your brother or sister, that is the way you go treat them. And we honor Sierra Leone, we honor brothers and sisters. Why we can treat yourself so bad is rather unfortunate, and it can bother we in on this platform because we always think say, one way or the other, we are brother and sister in that country. Now we treat yourself with love and respect. You know, it's rather, I mean, we really see them here they happen. Repeatedly, not to that side anymore. We only see instances of that kind of case they happen. And not say government get for get resources, get for get investors and come in. But you get for make sure you do proper visibility study. The people in the village, the people affected, see how best you go able to help them. See how best you go able to locate them, because sometimes people don't live in a village for generation. Then great can parallel them village and come out. Even engrave the day. So I could just go pull and more all those sort of things. You have to take them into consideration. So again, I mean, this is one of the sad things. I hope say people in governance, because most of the time they watch them program here, then go respond kindly to them people they are. The worst thing is taking them people.
And I want to say one thing. I want to say something back there.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to send a message to the SLPP government. Most of the people that want to support them today, these people that be APC there, as SLPP win, especially the speaker and other replacement, now he changed, he goes in at the SLPP man. So now what already they say the government in a hand, anybody form, he go jail them, he go this. In the even now, I demand to let the people and care go for her. For what beg and go pull the people in ourselves. Why? So because today with the government, I don't go turn them. Even the minister, Abu Makeni, don't get shovel and gold now. So it's not on the village. The mine go for that Monday for the resident minister. So any sort of talking and 9 top 9 champion. He say well they go go see. Then the people are in a prison and then they're going to the village for go launch the mining company. We say how much to do that with people and then now the people are only come on the place and then now say. When I bring Chinese to overcome people, that place the NDMC did not do it. We not see no better thing. So these companies they can bring differences between the family members in that village. And then at the end of the day, not for laugh. Because God is provider. If God sees it, then the man will let people and they don't go dig forever, they're not going to get gold in that place. Because now God is not you in a very unique thing. He go disappear. People will see with the mind we all grew up in that gold mining area. So they go there, they lost. That's why I say gold don't bust the other side. Everybody migrate. So if they take advantage and the speaker waiting at that place and now he now don't go join the way, don't go convert to SLPP now. Now in the bulldoze the people and at the top. The speaker where call Mohamed Jawara. Now in the bulldoze the people and they branch the government where they now the government. Anybody will put they put them ourselves. Which is not right. They're not the SLPP party for promote them, but then they help for destroy them. Because when you don't have power, somebody to support you, they say if you bring more supporters, more members to your camp, but not to send members away.
Okay, thank you, Madam. Madam Alice, I think we don't get the point here I will be able to for emphasize on is very, very where I feel say very important for this particular issue. Regardless if you're not any political party where you belong to, the people the way they so they honor your brother and sister them. You get for treat them with respect. You get for treat them with love. Some of them here so go for begin pulling them from parties and thinking. Yes, we know say we country we need resources. We need to have resources there, but we got to be very careful about the one because what do we don't want to put to people them again in suffering and pain. Because the people that live yonder, I go just go begin mind day where them people don't live in generation. Who's going to live? You have to take all those things into consideration. Now then, family there, then farmland them. So this, to me, I think this is about love and respect for one another in Sierra Leone. We know beaucoup de. So that not use politics for come bulldoze anybody just because of for things about this man and my brother, now my sister. Now we not so why have to do that? You know, go for the ask yourself the question and hopefully the people in authority as well go hear this plea we don't make so today, and then go take come into consideration because this can go viral because therefore subsequently share them all over them for them as well. So hopefully they go hear what you don't say so today, and then go take her into consideration. Very important. Salon a small country. We honor brother and sister them. Lord, we treat yourself with love and respect. And as we try for round up now the program, we get Madam Baby Adres say join the journey. We'll get other people who don't lost now the line. While we round up this talk here, so I want to give you another 2 minutes. Now we round up the issue we don't look at today. We don't look at the appeal for Mr. Mohamed Kamarimba Mansare. We don't look at the healthcare issue in our country. We don't look at this displacement of people in our country.
Human rights.
Yeah, that goes obviously that goes human rights abuse as well. Displacement of them people in the internal displaced people, and so even people in the arrest and put in a cell. So, Madam Fatima Conte, for roundup, I want to let you eat on any topic for roundup. You have 2 to 3 minutes for that, please.
Okay, you know, with the plea to the government for please release and or give Kamarimba a bail, and we people in Akabala me come out. The people in Akabala, please do not disturb them, leave them in peace. This is what they know. And you go, you know, dislocate them. It's not fair. And release them from jail, please. And with health care, work with we because health is life. Life is health. And work with we, Papa government, so we go help with people then because with people then we all interconnected. That's, you know, we pleading on their behalf. And sometimes we have to like go that way, you know, to be nice to people. When they be nice to you and proper government, though, you know, you forget say now the people then vote you in, and the same people then will vote you in, now you destroy, so you know, you destroy them little by little. Then people that went in jail, they don't deserve for going to jail. The people them from Kabbalah, they don't deserve for going to jail. Please, with a plea to you, release them. That's total advantage. You know, you go take advantage from people. You go na the house, go woods, then come out, they dislocate them and carry them go, you know, for go na tight corner. We say, no, nobody safe from McKinney. So they're not ever left Kabbalah, the village. Now then go na jail, you know, it causes psychological effects on it. That's why we need the healthcare, you know, stuff, because I think one psychologist will get we need all this, you know, specialists to be there. So government, we're there. We want to work with you, please. And I left the word now to Baby Arch, because she's another healthcare worker.
Okay, then thank you very much. And again,
thank you very much,
Madam Baby Arch, to the program. Although they say better late than never. Madam Baby Arch, we don't look today. Baby, plenty topic now. One of the key topic we don't talk about in detail today. Now about this case of the former or the ADP leader, the Alliance Democratic Party the leader, when Mr. Mohamed Kamarimba Mansare. We don't also look at the healthcare now in country. Would they encourage and plead to Sierra Leone as well as the government for invest into healthcare in our country? Then we don't look at this case of them people who don't go displaced in Kabbalah because of mining, people who go there for go mine gold and everything. So, although while you summarize plenty topic that as we try for wrap up the program now in 3 to 4 minutes, while you summarize in all three topics that what now you take, what now you plea and you appeal for Mr. Kamarimba Mansare. Madam Baby Arch, you have to unmute yourself. And your video is off as well.
She's at work.
Sorry, guys.
Go ahead, you hear me? You hear what I say?
Hello?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
I know you hear much, but I they follow now. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
No, because you didn't have a place now. I say, let you just take 2 minutes for summarize the appeal owner they make for Mohamed Kamarimba in case. Also, the issue about the healthcare that we country, and then people in a Kabbalah where they don't go roots and in village because of mining business. Just to summarize, yes, please.
Yeah, I bet I tell you, thank you. Supermed way give me that 2 minutes. I didn't have a job and I did my hospital, but I not be one miss this show at all. So I give God the glory, and I want to tell you thank you for giving me this opportunity. I just want to join me girls them for appeal me at the appeal to the government. They are let them have mercy on people them, especially Kamarimba. You know, me, I listened to the audio of Kamarimba in picking the video. I mean, it just touched me so bad. If I am against raping, don't get me wrong at all. I know they encourage any man where they rape somebody, but I want to let them revisit that case. And if he's guilty, so be it. And let them try him the right way. Let them get justice. Then people they wouldn't go roots na Kabbalah. Now their hometown for mining. We don't know what thing they go on a salon. Salon don't bad off. This government's get for do something about these things. Well, people and they in jeopardy. It's so sad. Everybody just they cry. The people and they touch them things then and they run. Even the one that I don't know if you wanna see the one and then they are from I think the south side of the country, Kenema. Where then they touch them bundle and they run away. It's just so frustrating and scary. How they ask the president, let it look into them things there. I don't know if they see what thing they go on at the country, but the Sierra Leoneans then are salon them their life then they at jeopardy. It's so sad. It's so sad. The government need for step in where they appeal to them. Who they see is so sad. For lay even for say now you country down the how you come out. Politics, no politics. Not to everybody in a politician. Some people in the village they don't even know who the president in name. But then they pay today a heavy price for waiting. If they go pull people in them tongue inside them born and raised with them picking you drive them, you take them to run, you sell them to somebody. This is not right. You go tell somebody you put on a prison because you not support the political ideology. This is not good. This is not a recipe for what's how we come out. Where me go left and nameless because nobody no want to go through what you go through for the past how many years where make some of we displaced today within our people and country. If we contribute, okay, will not be for the abroad. This president, Madam President Bio, I want to let you look into them thing there. Me, baby, I join the girls, them, the woman, them from Sierra Leonean. We just ask you for let you look into them problem there. Let you take care of them. If I reach there, I want to stop there for now. I'll go finish my shift. I tell you, thank you.
Okay, then thank you very much. We appreciate you much because for letting you able to take time off your busy schedule. I will please for January. Let's say both guests for this talk. We'll tell you thank you plenty for that. And again,
thank you.
Okay, then one invite the same question to Madam Franca. I think we'll be facing we don't lost your line, but I think Madam Franca is still with us. Madam Franca Jallo, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm right here.
Okay, thank you very much.
So thank you so much, Supermed, because without people like you, we're not able to bring across such important issues then to the community. We need for discuss them in there, so we need for get them discussion there. So because this is the only way we're going to grow. This is the only way that we're going to learn from all the things that's going on back home. And this is the only way that we're going to showcase the world and to everybody else that these are the issues that are going on in our country so that we can do better. The point of Concerned Sierra Leonean Women is to hold our governments accountable, to hold our country and everything that's going around in Sierra Leone for make the country better. And so on that note, Kamarimba, a political figure and so on, please let justice prevail. If he is guilty, we, the Concerned Sierra Leonean, we want him to be held in the fullest extent of the law. Dandeon, we're not a shake about it. We want our girls to be safe. We want women them at the working place and so on. We want equal rights, justice for all. And it includes Kamarimba because he's a human being. We want to make himself be safe. If you're not guilty, they will not grant and bail or find a way for this case to move forward so that he will be with his family and get the health care that he needs. On another note, with the CISA, Sierra Leone, they don't recently reshuffle the cabinet. Dr. Alpha Wuri, I believe, was at one point the Minister of Health, and now he's a Minister of Education, and so on and so forth. We want to make sure, say, Sierra Leone, the people that win at the minister of whatever institution and puts them, they qualify for the job. We realize, say, in terms of the bank governor, in terms of other people, the way they don't put on the position, they may not have been the most qualified for whatever position. Me personally, I know Alpha Wuli personally very well. He was my next door neighbor and I grew up with him. He's a wonderful man, a good man. The position that he fits there when I put on there and make sure, say, he can hold these people accountable in terms of the health system in Sierra Leone. I know, say, in West, Auntie Aisha, she has a pharmacy, Ramsey Pharmacy in a salon. I know, say, they're really wonderful, good people, good human beings. However, in terms of political parts that they're playing, roles that they're playing, we want to make sure that, they award them what is rightful, what they can handle and what they can take care of. And we want to make sure, say, everybody where they don't put, look, Dennis Sandy right now, who has run away, Minister of Lands or something like that. Now he's run away from the country. So was he the appropriate person to put in that position? There's outstanding people that when they put in that position, Dr. Alpha Wuri could be one of them. He is. I'm not saying he's not. All I'm saying is that with healthcare system, we need to make sure, say, we visit them and get the right Minister of Health. We go make sure, say, we in the future, we will go back in salon. I just came back from Africa not too long ago. One of the things that we saw that was poorly dealt with was our healthcare system. So we want to make the Minister of Education, of Health, made and look at the healthcare system in Sierra Leone and build a stellar medical facility where people can go there and get the appropriate medical care. So that's one thing that we're going to ask for. in terms of Kabbalah, in terms of then displaced villagers, the way they don't send out. This is our land. This is the people's land. Why displace these people that have lived there for donkey years? This is where they farm. This is where they harvest, they live, they mine, they do everything to survive. This is the place they know. This is the place they call home. You take them from their home. You send them out into the bushes, literally, with their bags on their head, just because you've signed contract with foreigners or whatever it is you want to take over their resources, the natural resources that we God don't give them at their land. And when they take full advantage of them people now, this is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. The person where the government for support doing such things, now they own. The person where the government for looking to and decide who's rightfully, we don't born. They were born on this land. They don't build, they don't cultivate everything at this land. Now the government is allowing for this to happen to them, for them to be running around like they are, like they're from another world or from another country. This is their country. This is their home. This is where their ancestors are all born and raised. Respect standing, If anything was to happen, if they want to cultivate their land and they in a different manner, talk to the people, come to an agreement that would make sure that these people are kept safe and their rights are protected. But for displace them like this, it is absolutely wrong. We don't sit down there with so many times in terms of people, their homes, their actual house, the way they don't ban. When now then it's Sandy, then firearm from imposition because of such things. But yes, still in these villages where the people are not educated, they haven't gone to one form of schooling, primary, high school, or anything. They're not educated. They are not, very verbal and vocal about things. According to our sources, one of the most educated people they have is Alice Mara, former Honorable Alice Mara. She's one of the people that stands up and fights for them, and a few people from that village, especially the girls, the women, they don't know anything about education. They don't know anything about what they sign, the documents that you bring in front of them without an interpreter and make them sign these things and give them chicken change, small money, just so that you can take advantage of these people. The government needs to look thoroughly into this and make sure that these people's rights are protected. We, the concerned Sierra Leonean women in the diaspora, we are here for the people, we're here for the women, the children, we're here for all Sierra Leoneans then. What we see say wrong will take place in our country, we're here to speak up for the oppressed and voiceless. We thank you so much for giving us this platform. We thank you, the audience, for also weighing in and supporting us in this endeavor. We didn't have to talk the truth, wait till we see. We are non-partisan and we want to make sure, no matter what government is in place, then we'll do the right things then by the people. Thank you very much and God bless.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Franca Jallo. And the same question will go to Madam Alice Mara. While you round up in 2-3 minute time, in relation to all what we don't talk about this evening. First of all, the case, the Kamarimba case, we don't talk about in so many different angles. We also talk about healthcare in our country. We don't look at from different angles as well. And that particular topic where you introduced to the issue of the people in the Kabbalah and village, we then go pull them for gold mining. Please, Madam Alice Mara.
Okay, I want to thank you very much. I pray that our voice will go loud and far and clear to the government of Sierra Leone. First of all, I'll start from the case of Mohamed Kamarimba. We are against child abuse or women abuse, not talking of rape. But if there is justice, let us deal with it right now. We know, as you said, there's no forensic science or whatever, but they've been judging cases in Sierra Leone without forensic evidence. And but there are people, like we had the video or call for the mother or the auntie or so, interpretation between Kamarimba and others. What we are saying here, he should be granted bail and let them go to court. If they find him guilty, now they punish him, then we can understand. But you cannot hold somebody, put them in prison endlessly. You don't even have a court date. We are pleading to the government to give Kamarimba a court date, or else some of us are seeing like it's a political intimidation, because it's a renowned flag bearer for his own party, a party head. So either that we see it like it's a way of bringing him down so that somebody can just blackmail or cartoon him. But if it is not so, if he abused the child, then let justice take place. And in the case of healthcare, we know it's hard. It's hard for some of the villages. So some of the medications maybe need electricity. We don't have those facilities. But over-the-counter drugs, we are pleading to the government, at least let it be reaching to the people in the villages. It's not just the city. Sierra Leone is far, big, and wide than that. And to buttress what I'm trying to say, that's why me personally myself, I decided to erect a building, pharmacy, to show that I'm really interested in the healthcare and the well-being of our people. And it can, in the case of the La Cruz issue, which is my own constituency, again, my hometown, we are talking to the government, I'm pleading, first of all, to release, to grant those people of those villagers, as one of my colleagues said. Some of them have not even come to the city. They don't know what is politics. And as long as you have become the president, you are the president for the whole country. They started with the meaning. You said, SFPP, the one party, one country, one people. There's no need for division. For now, for the next 5 years, or we are saying for the next 2 years, you are the president of this country. Let people don't use your name or the party name to bring you down by intimidating their own brothers and sisters. We are all brothers and sisters in that country, irrespective of tribe. And I'm not people out there, but in our own community, our own people are doing that. They are own brothers. These are not outsiders. Please, our government, don't just sit down there and watch. We need for you to send some anti-corruption to that place. So really, the investigation, we can have peace for once and for all. It pains me when I'm sleeping here, I get a call that, oh, they've gone back to the village, they've arrested our people, they're in prison. I have to send money to buy food for them, to go give them in prison, just to see them how we can handle this issue. Now this time they said IG. The IG, you are IG for the whole country. You got to investigate, you got to know the reason why these people have been arrested. And if they arrest somebody, they cannot say they cannot grant them bail. Please, pleading, if they can grant them bail, then let's go to court and see what the issue is. I will appreciate it. If they ask, they say goodbye to the people. I want the government to hear this. Let them share it wide and none, so that they can listen to us and go to that place and investigate. Our honorables are there, our member of parliament is there, and other people like in the SFPP government too. Kelly Conte, Napoleon, and others. Please listen to this audio, go back to Delacour, put this into rest. Let's come to one agreement between the mining company and the people of Delacour. I thank you all. May God bless us all, and God bless for those who are sharing this audio.
Amen.
Okay, then thank you very much, Madam Alice P. Mara. Thank you very much to all my fine guests who are getting there. So for the excellent response in the end, for just buttress the matter. The case about Mohamed Kamarimba Mansare, we're not making any judgment. What will they say? What make justice prevail? Honest justice. Not so yuki dabaru justice. Honest justice, let it prevail. But that is very, very much necessary so that people will get trust in the legal system in our country. You know, we know now they say, okay, Mohamed Kamarimba Mansare, they grant and bail because of a flight risk. Again, it's all about logistics in our country. Some of them say enough for the happen because now their country are what we did, where they build somebody, they get a tag, where they get. So they did a certain confinement. In they will commodity. If you commodity with that time, they alarm. Police they can't hold up. So there's no way for that person to run away. But obviously we can't not go linked in and there. And now we pass to give the benefit of the doubt. You know, people that can use that for punish you, say, oh well, if we left in at this or at that. You know, and it's really, really unfortunate. Again, case the drag gone wrong. There's so many cases them of that nature. Again, when they demean the case, this case now baby case. Now baby case, because now minor involved, they will know how people they suffer through this rape in that country. but we not get the logistics, the infrastructure for deal with NCR. It's difficult. And they go there, they say, boku money they disappear. What remember, say maybe less than $1 million would open a forensic lab in that country. Put somebody on an expert for the test. When they say that this, you know, it's easy for me to go and test and they able to prove that could not be a proper evidence on the present in a court. So hope say government and listen to them and they take them very serious. Again, the team where the sister and talk about the healthcare issue here is very, very important. Healthcare and insurance for human being. Any way there, if you healthcare not guarantee, you worry for the day. We know now many of we old people in the diaspora, we all big brother and big sister like that want to go back home, but they worry say when they if in case they're sick, better healthcare not in the country. So they urge the government and any whoever gets affiliation to the government say do let healthcare be a priority for governments. Yes, education is important, but healthcare is just as important. And again, for people in that village, when they don't go displaced, the sister they don't see all things. And again, I want to tell the sister, and thank you very much. And the concerned Sierra Leonean women in the diaspora, we don't find people them, we don't patriots them. We like una people, we like una country, and we don't see what you stand for for a long time now. What you they advocate for, and that is very, very good. Anything we will say on this platform, say we will encourage you to continue the good work, and this platform is always open for you guys. So again, on behalf of this platform, the Then and Now Media Empire, I want to tell you say tomorrow we will continue with serialization of the potential flag bearer them for the APC party. So tomorrow we'll talk to Dr. Lawyer Kaloko go then at this platform tomorrow. Lawyer Kaloko go then at this platform and we'll talk about the young political party issues and the potential as a flag bearer and so on and so forth. And other legal issues them as well. Because when they see other legal issues they crop on in relation to your own party and to the country in general. So please, tomorrow, 8 p.m. British time. I think that is 4 p.m. Eastern. We are tuning for that program, a very, very interesting program, and a very, very fine gentleman as well. Lawyer Kaloko will deal with me tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, we are the chat room, we tell you thank you plenty. We don't patience, we are coming to all welcome, we tell you thank you. As always, we are going on our YouTube platform. Most of the interviews are the all day. We get thousands of interviews and we don't do already. The serialization of the former and the potential flag bearer, then we don't do Dr. Samuel Kamara, Dr. Richard Conte, Dr. Almami Petito Koma, Honorable Kemosise, and tomorrow and Lawyer Kaloko in time. So all them videos and they on our YouTube page. So please, we're going to on our YouTube page and subscribe. So family, like when you always say, next long today we must clean. We don't come to the end of this program. And again, I want to say thank you plenty to our guests. Wonderful people, nice people. And thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you very much for having us. God bless you too. God bless the listeners.
Thank you very much, sir, for having us.
God bless the land that we love.
Thank you and have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, and Sierra